Hello everyone, today I will be presenting a modular Tudor environment set I made. This is based on the assets I created for my last video, the Tudor home. However, that set worked only for the specific building I made, and it wasn't game ready. Most of the assets in this video were remade from scratch to produce better results. Also, this set has textures embedded in the models themselves, whereas the previous models required you to add them in the game engine. This set is designed to be more flexible than other modular sets, while still being easy to use. It only uses 8 materials, and they're all seamless. 6 of them are free materials from textures.com, those being wood, stucco, brick, fabric, brass, and roofing. You can see them on screen, and they're linked in the description if you want to use them. 2 others, which are used only on the candle, are flat colors for the wax and the wick. I used those because there weren't really any good wax or wick materials available online, and creating my own materials from scratch was beyond the scope of this project. Now, I use seamless materials so that it would be easy for anyone who wants to switch out the materials for something else. You don't need to hand paint anything or do any really difficult UVing. Just any material you have that is seamless will be pretty easy to implement. Now, the basis of the set are 2 floor pieces, one square and the other triangular, and both of them have a carpeted variation in case you want to put carpet on the floor. Square floor pieces, which are used in most modular sets, and let you only make 90-degree and 270-degree turns, which is very limiting and makes the buildings you make with it feel blocky. Triangular pieces, on their own, allow for much more freedom with 60-degree, 120-degree, 240-degree, and 300-degree turns. However, having 90-degree turns and 270-degree turns is nice, so using both allows for even more freedom than just triangular floor pieces. Also, when you combine them, you get 3 new turns you can make: 150 degrees, 210 degrees, and 330 degrees. The walls are built around these floor pieces. There are 5 types of wall: interior, exterior, door, window, and fireplace. Tudor architecture makes use of half timbering, where a wooden frame is filled in with stucco or some other material. This allowed me to make the walls horizontal frame pieces and vertical frame pieces as separate objects. As a result, the vertical frames can be made into corners, eliminating the need to make a new wall of each type for each turn increment. The walls sit on top of the floors, centered on the seams. To accommodate this, the frames have variations which have an extruded notch to cover the side of the floor for the external wall. Higher floors can be made by stacking floor pieces on top of wall pieces, then covering the edge of that one with another notched frame. Fireplaces and doorways have the bottom piece of the frame as a part of the wall itself, due to the need to cut away part of that frame. The most elaborate part of the set is the roof pieces. 20 distinct roof pieces allow for any floor plan that can be created with the floor pieces to be given a sloped roof which follows its contours. The most basic 5 are the square-shaped slope, convex corner, and concave corner, along with the triangular, convex, and concave. However, this is insufficient to cover floor plans that have an odd number of floor pieces along one dimension. For example, a 2x3 rectangle. To cover the center, an additional 10 pieces are required. A square ridge, turn, cap, cross, intersection, and summit are required, along with a triangular summit, cap, and cross. Lastly, to join these centerpieces with the first 5 basic ones, you need another 5: the square merge, invert, east, south, and the triangular merge. I also modeled some furniture to put in the buildings you make with this set. There is a table, 2 chairs, a couch, and a bench for making sitting or dining areas. You always want an apparent source of light, so I created a candle, chandelier, candelabra, and lamp to complement the fireplace. Every house needs a bedroom, so I made a bed and a chest of drawers. Also, any old, fancy house is likely to have a library, so I made a bookshelf and ladder. I did not, however, model any books. That is beyond the scope of this project, and besides, there are many free book models available online. Lastly, I made another few pieces to allow for the effective creation of buildings, including a stairway, chimney base, chimney piece to be stacked on top of the chimney base, and other chimney pieces, and a door to go in the doorway so that you can animate it opening or closing, for example. Here you can see me utilize the set to make a simple Tudor house. I start by laying out the floor pieces, then add the vertical frames for the walls. Next, I add the horizontal frames so I can add the wall pieces themselves. I add the furniture before putting on the roof, then come back and add lighting. While this is a very simple usage of my set, the method I used can be easily extrapolated to more elaborate projects. Overall, I'm quite happy with how the set turned out. I achieved my goal of an extremely flexible but still easy to use set. My favorite object, I think, is still the basic exterior wall, which is a carryover of the one from my Tudor home project, but with slightly different proportions to fit the more fleshed out modular system. If I had more time, there are several things I would like to do. Firstly, I would like to create a more elaborate system of modular stairs and balconies. I would also like to have chimneys be able to go through roofs, as right now they must be placed outside the building against an exterior wall. This was necessary to keep things simple, but I would like to make it more complex if I had enough time to do so. Lastly, I would like to implement the flat-sided roofs often seen on Tudor buildings, which may sound simple but is surprisingly complicated given the already elaborate roofing set. For anyone who wishes to download the set, either to use in a game or just to get an idea of my modeling abilities, the link is both on screen and in the description.